It was a rainy day in downtown Los Angeles, as the courtroom filled with tension and the soft patter of rain set a somber tone. Sean Kingston, once known for his upbeat hits and carefree persona, now sat alone at the defendant's table, his eyes red and glistening with unshed tears. The atmosphere was thick with silent shock as whispers floated around the room, each one laden with disbelief at the sight of a celebrity in such raw despair. As the proceedings began, murmurs spread like wildfire. The judge's gavel struck sharply, demanding order, yet the air remained heavy. The relentless memories that had led him here. The defense attorney, with a soothing yet seductive tone, leaned forward and asked, "Mr. Kingston, can you share with us what has brought you to this moment?" Her voice, both empathetic and compelling, coaxed out the depths of his pain. For several long, agonizing seconds, Sean hesitated, caught between the desire to speak and the overwhelming weight of his own sorrow. Finally, he began, his voice cracking as he uttered, "I never meant for any of this to happen." In that charged moment, the courtroom transformed into an intimate stage of human frailty. Every syllable he uttered was steeped in sorrow. Every pause was filled with the weight of unspoken apologies. The listeners could feel the magnitude of his internal struggle, a battle fought silently over years behind the glitter of fame. With each trembling word, he peeled back layers of a life marked by both dazzling success and profound personal pain. Sean's story slowly emerged like fragments of a shattered mirror. Ugh, 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 ugh. His mind drifted to nights spent wrestling with demons in solitude. The seductive lure of fame, once a beacon of dreams, had turned into a relentless burden that eroded his inner peace. He recalled the many times when the bright lights of the stage could not outshine the darkness inside him. Ugh! Memories of empty promises and fleeting applause haunted him, each echo a painful reminder of a life slipping away from his control. In a moment of raw vulnerability, Sean recounted his journey from a hopeful young artist to a man trapped by the very success he had once craved. He remembered stepping onto stages with dreams as vast as the sky, only to have the weight of expectations crush his spirit over time. The endless rehearsals, the unyielding scrutiny, and the ceaseless demand for perfection had all contributed to a mounting pressure that he could no longer bear. Every cheer from an adoring crowd masked a solitary cry for help, a secret plea to be understood beyond the spotlight. The defense counsel's unwavering gaze offered a silent promise of compassion. She urged him to continue, to reveal the inner workings of a mind tormented by both external pressures and internal battles. Sean took a deep, shuddering breath and closed his eyes, as if to shut out the glaring reality of the courtroom. The heavy silence that followed was both oppressive and strangely liberating. "I've carried these burdens for far too long," he confessed, his voice trembling under the weight of his truth. "Each tear that falls in this courtroom is a testament to the night's eye. Spent alone with my regrets and shattered dreams." The courtroom, once a mere arena for legal proceedings, had become a sanctuary of shared human experience. Every listener, from the stoic judge to the gallery of silent onlookers, felt the magnetic pull of his confession. In that moment, the boundaries between celebrity and common man blurred, revealing a shared vulnerability that touched every heart present. Ooh, even the most hardened critics could not help but be moved by the stark honesty of his pain. As Sean continued, the layers of his carefully constructed public persona began to dissolve. The seductive narrative of his career, built on catchy tunes and bright smiles, gave way to an unvarnished reality, a reality where fame was intertwined with loneliness and despair. Uhhh. His words resonated like a soulful ballad, echoing deep within the hearts of everyone in the room. With each confession, he dismantled the myth of invulnerability, revealing the scars hidden beneath the glamour. The judge, who had maintained a stern facade throughout the session, paused as he listened to the heartfelt admission. That pause was pregnant with understanding, a silent acknowledgement of the human condition laid bare before him. The courtroom was no longer just a venue for legal dispute. It had become a place of catharsis, where every tear and every whispered apology heralded a tentative step toward healing. The fragile balance between despair and redemption hung in the air, delicate and poignant. In the final moments of his testimony, Sean Kingston's eyes locked onto the camera, reaching out to a public that had only known him as a star. His gaze conveyed a deep, unspoken plea to see beyond the headlines, to understand that even the brightest lights cast long, dark shadows. His breakdown was not a sign of defeat, but a raw declaration of his humanity, a declaration that acknowledged the inevitable collision between personal pain and public expectation. His look was as seductive as it was heart-wrenching, inviting the viewer to share in the intimate sorrow of his experience. As the session drew to a close, the weight of his confession lingered like a soft refrain. The courtroom remained silent, every individual absorbing the gravity of his words, every tear a symbol of both sorrow and hope. In that silence, a promise was forged, a promise that from the depths of despair, a path to redemption could emerge. Every tear shed was a step toward a future where healing might finally begin. Sean Kingston's emotional breakdown in the courtroom was more than a moment of public vulnerability. It was a profound narrative of struggle, loss, and the painful journey towards self-acceptance. His story reminded everyone present that behind every dazzling success lies a human heart, capable of deep sorrow and immense resilience. The memory of that day would forever be etched in the minds of those who witnessed it. A powerful reminder that even in our darkest moments, the spark of hope can still shine through. As the courtroom doors finally closed behind him, Sean stepped out into the rain, each droplet a whisper of the pain he had just released. Though the road ahead remained uncertain, his confession had unburdened him, setting the stage for a new beginning, a beginning built not on the illusions of fame, but on the truth of his own imperfect humanity. His journey was only just beginning, a journey of healing, redemption, and the courageous embrace of vulnerability. Every word spoken that day, every tear shed, and every quiet moment of reflection was a testament to the enduring power of honesty. Sean Kingston's breakdown was a reminder that the path to healing is often paved with the acceptance of our deepest scars. His raw admission left an indelible mark on the hearts of all who bore witness, uniting them in a shared understanding of the fragile beauty of the human spirit. Ah, and as he walked away from the courtroom, the echoes of his confession continued to resonate, a stirring call to all to look beyond the surface and recognize the profound strength that lies in vulnerability.